Moving on. N is for noble cause, and there's two people involved in this. There's many noble people involved in the surrenders, but one of them is President Harry S Truman, who takes over at about 12 minutes past 7 p.m. on the 12th of April 1945 after the death of President Roosevelt, and the other one is Lieutenant General Matthew Wainwright. Truman.
Let's do Wainwright first.
All right, let's do Wainwright first. Okay, so Wainwright is a fascinating character because he is in the Philippines in 1942. He is General MacArthur, who is the overall commander-in-chief of American forces in the Pacific. Wainwright is his kind of number one field general. And things very quickly go badly wrong. They've got a combination of American troops, but also Filipinos, and it's absolutely clear that the Japanese are going to overrun the Philippines. And President Roosevelt, decides that MacArthur can't stay there. He has to be bundled out. So he's on the island of Corregidor, which is where there's a sort of base and bastion and all the rest of it. He says, right, you're ordering off, and you need to appoint a successor. So MacArthur appoints Wainwright, and Wainwright takes this absolutely on the chin and just goes, okay, that's what I've got to do, knowing that he is going to eventually have to surrender or die, save trying to defend the Philippines. And eventually he's given the authority to surrender. And so he has to do this. So he is the only American general to have to surrender to anyone in the Second World War. And what a burden that is. And quite apart from that, he then has to endure kind of 3.5 years as a prisoner of the Japanese, and it is not a good experience, as you can well imagine. And obviously, being a general, they're treated slightly more leniently than if you're just an ordinary ranker, but not by much.
Well, and he's determined to not be given preferential treatment as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
He wants to take the punishment the same way anyone else will.
Yeah.
And he endures astonishing hardship, and of course never knows that the war is going, if and when the war is going.
No idea at all. No idea at all. And he's actually not he's not freed until actually after the surrender is announced on the 15th of August. So it's not until the end of August that he finally gets flown back to Manila. And it's en route to there. He has to go via I think he goes via China. He goes, so that's what a Jeep looks like. I mean, it's just incredible. And there he is on the USS Missouri when the official surrender is signed on the 2nd of December 1945. And his dignity, his sacrifice, what he endures without any complaint, any murmur, he's really, really incredible. And I really thought, when we were writing this, we just felt that his story ought to be told, and that he should be better known than he is.
Yeah.
Because it's all MacArthur, which is all understandable to a degree. But Wainwright deserves his place.
He certainly does. And then there's Harry S Truman. Now Truman is a fascinating character. He's a machine politician in the Democratic Party. He's selected by Roosevelt, who doesn't want to pick Jimmy Burns, as his presidential nominee, at the end of 1944. He's met Roosevelt twice.
He's met him once before the election.
Once after.
And twice
after. It's that way around, yeah. So he doesn't know him. He's also been head of the Truman Commission, which is a sort of proto-Doge organisation, which is looking into arms procurement and
Doge without the chainsaw.
Yeah, exactly. Looking into arms procurement, looking at where the spending's going, making sure all the contracts are all being done properly. But remarkably, when he becomes president, he has to be told about the atomic bomb. He doesn't know about it. So he has been across government spending for the Second World War, but doesn't know about the Manhattan.
Which is certainly the most expensive, no, it's not quite as expensive as a B-29.
B-29, Norden bomb site, the atomic bomb and the proximity fuse, the four biggest spends that the Allies have in the war.
But he's absolutely amazing. The thing that kind of first drew me to Truman was when you can go on YouTube and see his speech and that he gives on VE Day on the 8th of May 1945. It's really subdued. It's really kind of downbeat. And you sense this terrible burden on his shoulders, and the burden, of course, is that they haven't defeated Japan yet. The job's only half done, and no one, he doesn't know. Well, he does know about the atomic bomb, but he doesn't know that it's going to be ready in time.
He doesn't know it's going to work.
Doesn't know where it's going to work.
Still don't know.
Hasn't been tested yet. That's not till mid-July.
Yeah,
and it's his 61st birthday.
Yeah, and when they're fighting the election in late 1944, in November 44, the Americans are pretty convinced they're halfway through the war with Japan. They're thinking in terms of at least another 2 years fighting with Japan, particularly if they've got to go to the mainland. And so by the time he becomes president, of course, the Battle of Okinawa is fully up and running, which is an incredibly bloody and bitter battle.
In terms of sort of sheer brutality, it's the worst battle that the Western Allies face in the entire Second World War.
Yeah.
And it starts on the 1st of April and doesn't finish till June. Yeah. 3rd week of June. 22nd of June.
So yeah, exactly. So this is what Truman has on his desk. He's got this bloodbath in Okinawa and the atomic bomb. So the first.
And the Soviet Union,
and the Soviet Union.
Where the relationships, the wartime alliance is just absolutely crumbling before his eyes, and he's got to deal with that as well. I mean, this is a man who didn't want to be vice president, and certainly didn't want to be president, and yet there's something deep within him that kind of steps up. This domestic politician from Missouri in the Midwest suddenly has the biggest job in the world, and he absolutely mans up and just gets on with it, and he's incredible. So that's our noble cause.
Yep.